Chapter number 8, Declaration of Dividend. What is dividend, by the way? Return on investment. Dividend is obviously return on investment. So this particular thing is return on investment. No dividend shall be declared or return on that. 1 second, we'll see that. Just open. Couple of points. So guys, 235, dividend will include what? Interim dividend. Dividend means interim dividend also, final dividend also. One part which I wanted to just tell you is, dividend can be of two types, final dividend, interim dividend. Who will recommend and declare interim dividend? Board of directors. Who will recommend and declare final dividend? Recommended by board, declared by shareholders. Recommended by board under section 134, declared by shareholders under section 102. Adda points, one of the adda points is what? Declaration of dividend. So who will recommend? Board of directors. Who will declare? Shareholders. Whereas interim dividend, recommended and declared by board. What's the difference between final and interim? Final is paid after at the AGM. Interim is paid in between two AGMs. Interim is paid in between two AGMs, right? So that is the senior. 1 second. So here you can just copy down this one chart, guys. It's important, that's why. Yeah. Now, can you pay dividend in kind? No, it should only be paid in cash. Can you issue bonus shares instead of dividend? No. These are some of the rules. Bonus shares cannot be issued in lieu of dividend, means instead of dividend or in place of dividend. I want to give dividend, instead of that can I give you bonus shares? No. And dividend is paid on paid up value or face value. Always it is paid on face value. But if the articles of the company ask them to pay on paid up value, then it can be on paid up value. Right? Yes. Other things are all okay, no problem. Now come back here. Yes. See, no dividend shall be declared or paid by a company for any financial year except some adjustments you have to do. What adjustment? You have to pay dividend from the current year profit after providing for depreciation, or you have to provide dividend from previous year profit. Current year profit or previous year profit, or out of the money provided by central government, state government for payment of dividend in pursuance of any guarantee. In pursuance of what? Any guarantee. So it should be either the current year profit or the previous year profit. Current year profit after providing for depreciation. Is depreciation mandatory if you ask? It is only mandatory as per accounting standards. Is it mandatory under Companies Act in any way? No. But if I have to pay dividend, I have to provide for depreciation. So dividend will be set off against, first of all, how will I pay dividend? I will take the profit, and then, from the profit, which profit? Current year profit. Current year profit minus depreciation. If money is left, I can pay dividend. Or I can take the previous year profit also. Or if any central government or state government has given some money, then also I can use that money to pay dividend. Guys, when I say previous year profit, is it reserves or is it P&L credit balance? Reserves or P&L credit balance? No, this is P&L credit balance. It is not reserve. Means I have not transferred it to any other reserve. It is simply brought forward P&L credit balance. So next question you should obviously ask is, sir, should I transfer this year's profit to reserves? Question number one. Second one, previous year's reserves, if it's already there, can I use that money to pay dividend? Two questions. First question is what? If I have so much money left, instead of paying dividend, can I transfer to reserve for future use? Obviously yes. Is dividend mandatory? No. Second round, it is not lying in P&L credit balance, but every year I've been transferring some portion for reserves. Can I use those reserves to pay current year dividend? Because here when I say previous year profit, it's not reserve. Reserve is set aside for a specific purpose, whereas profit is profit. So it's P&L credit balance. So can I use the previous year's profit? Yes. Can I use the previous year's reserve is one more problem. So if you see here, in case of inadequacy or absence of profits, means this year I want to declare 10 lakh rupees worth of dividend, but unfortunately only 6 lakh is the P&L credit balance. Current year also so much is there. What do? Can I withdraw from old reserves? Yes, you can. And declare dividend out of free reserves. What are free reserves? They are reserves set aside for any general purpose, including dividend. That's why it's called free reserve. So if every year I've been earning some money, I'm been transferring to that reserve. Other money I'm keeping there only in P&L account. And today that P&L account all accumulated, it's showing 6 lakh. So can I use 6 lakh? Yes. But what about remaining 4 lakh? Can I withdraw from previous year's reserves? Yes. But there are certain rules that we need to follow. These rules are important, guys. We have to follow rules. What is this? To do what? To pay dividend out of the reserves. To pay dividend out of reserves. Rule number 1. So guys, tell me, this year there is no profit. I am actually withdrawing from previous year's reserves. You tell me, previous year's reserves, all of you were shareholders. This year I came. I am getting money from a shareholder's point of view. I am getting money. How will you feel? Tell me. I am getting money from the money which was set aside from your contribution. Yes or no? You were there since 10 years. Now I came. The company decides to give to everybody this year. But you will have one doubt. Boss, you are not withdrawing from current year money because you don't have money. You are withdrawing from old reserves, which means what was actually yours, the company has set aside as reserves. And today they want to pay you that, not only you, but also the new shareholders. Is it fair? May not be fair. You got all these years, you also got some dividend. 5%, 6% dividend you got. Suddenly this year, can I make it 10%? You will ask one question, sir, you have been giving 5% and storing everything away. Now you are declaring 10% and giving all the new fellows 10%. How is it fair? So MCA said, yeah, you are right. So let me restrict the rate of dividend. First point is what? Rate of dividend shall not exceed the average rate of dividend of the last 3 preceding years. You will say, okay, let's all grow, you pay dividend, boss, but don't go overboard. Last year 5%, pay 5%. You are declaring 15%, how is that fair? Okay, you give me 15%, I agree. New fellow, he came now, you are giving him 15%. Yes, so it's a very good point. You give dividend, I'm not saying no, but rate at least you maintain. How many years? 3 years rate. Makes sense, nothing to mug up here. Next. First, when you withdraw that amount, you should set off the current year losses first. First year you are doing loss first. At least as a calculation. When I say set off means what? Calculation. This year some 5 lakh loss is there. I am withdrawing 20 lakh from the reserve. So can I deposit full 20 lakh? No. They are saying, boss, at least on paper, do a set off. 20 lakhs minus 5 lakhs. 15 lakhs you pay. Don't be greedy. Makes sense. On paper you set off at least. Because tomorrow, if that loss is there, all of us have to bear. But at least that money is there, 5 lakhs, you can set it off. No. So even if you are withdrawing 20, you can use only 15. Why? Current year loss is 15. Should I actually do this calculation and put it in the balance sheet? No. Just on paper. How much did I want to pay? 20. How much did I withdraw? 20. But I came to know current year loss is 5. On paper, I will set off 5 and I will allow 15 to be paid to all shareholders. At what rate? At the same rate or lesser rate than last 3 years. It cannot be a higher rate. Got it? Next, how much can I draw? Can I draw whatever I feel like drawing? No. Amount drawn from accumulated profit, that is reserve, should be less than or equal to 10% of PUC and FR. PUC and FR is nothing but net worth of the company. Paid up capital and free reserve is nothing but all assets minus outside liabilities, nothing but net worth. So boss, do not erode the net worth. Do not erode the net worth, just pay 10%. Just withdraw 10%, they are saying. Withdraw only 10%. Amount drawn from accumulated profit is less than or equal to 10% of paid up share capital, free reserves. That is net worth, as per the latest audited balance sheet. And after you withdraw, how much money should be left there? At least 15% of the paid up share capital. After you withdraw 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, whatever, how much money should be left in the reserve? At least 15% of equity, not net worth, 15% of paid up share capital. This is net worth, no? Paid up share capital and free reserve is your net worth. But here I am telling, after you withdraw, the free reserves may be huge, but it should not exceed 15% of the paid up share capital. So if the paid up share capital, let's say, is 10 lakhs, but the reserve is 5 crore, you have, or let's say it's 1 crore, let me make it, totally 6 crore. You want to withdraw 20 lakhs from this, let's say the old reserve you have 3 crore. From 3 crore you want to withdraw 20 lakhs. Okay, no problem. I want to withdraw. Share capital is 1 crore, free reserves is 5 crore, old reserves is 3 crore. In that I want to withdraw 20 lakhs. Can I withdraw from previous year's reserve? Yes, I can, no problem. First condition, when I am withdrawing like that, the rate of dividend must be the same or less than last 3 years. Okay. Then this 20 lakh should first be utilized to set off current year loss. Free reserve is there since forever, but current year there is a loss. So this 20 lakh I should use to set off current year loss. Then they say what? Amount withdrawn must be how much? Less than 10% of net worth. What is my net worth? 6 crore. What is 10%? 60 lakhs. They are saying whatever you withdraw, it must be less than 60 lakhs. Is 20 lakhs less than 60 lakhs? Yes. Understood? Is 20 lakh less than 60 lakh? Yes. Then you see, after you withdraw, reserve after withdrawal should not fall below 15% of paid up share capital. What is paid up share capital? 1 crore. What is 15%? 15 lakh. You withdraw out of 3 crore, 20 lakhs. So how much is left? 2.8 crore. Is 15 lakh less than 2.8 crore? Yes. Is the balance left here more than 15 lakh? Yes, thankfully. So is this, have I followed all the provisions of transfer of dividend from reserve rules? Yes. Got it? These 4 conditions are very, very important. No need to mug up anything. You just understand the logic. You need to mug up the figures though. 10% and 15% you have to mug up. But logic is there for each of these points. Now, one more question people ask. Sir, last 3 years, you have never declared any dividend. 0, 0, 0. This year I want to declare. Should I go, you said less than or equal to last 3 years. Last 3 years is 0. So should I do 0? Then what's the point of this rule? The rule is to actually pay. Are you understanding? Last 3 years, if I paid 1, 2, 3%, maintain that. Well, what if I have never paid anything? First time I am paying. Then this first rule will not apply, guys. Obviously, doesn't make sense. No, first rule will not apply. Other 3 rules will apply. First rule will not apply. You see that in blue it is given. Above rule is not applicable to a company which has not declared any dividend in each of the immediately 3 preceding years. This is dividend. Now we are talking about, this is final dividend. Final dividend is declared by whom? Declared by whom? Shareholders. Recommended by board. Interim dividend, on the other hand, it may be declared by board of directors during any financial year, any period from closure of financial year till the AGM. Out of what? Surplus in P&L account, we already have surplus, that is P&L credit balance, profit of financial year, and profits till quarter preceding the date of declaration. This I'll explain. So, we'll take an example. We'll take 1/4/24 to 31st March 25. So here it will become 1/4/25 onwards. To 30th September 25. This is the AGM of what? 24/25. And here we start from 1/4/25 to 31st March 2026. I'll explain. Check it out, guys. Now, I'll write down and then I'll give you time to copy. Just listen to me, then I'll give you time for sure. You see, interim dividend is paid during the year, see, 24/25. This you leave now. Yes. So ultimately I'm talking about 24/25. 1st April 24 to 31st March 25. Okay. When will the AGM be held? Before 30th September 25. Correct. When will the final dividend be declared? 30th September 25. Till you're clear. And the next year will be from 1st April 25 to 31st March 26. This is clear. The question here is, when is the final dividend paid? Green. Green star. That is the date when the final dividend is paid. For that I have no confusion. That green star final dividend is for which year? Financial year 24/25. That is from 1st April 24 to 31st March 25. So for the financial year 24/25, you are receiving the dividend in the next financial year. Agreed or not? Yes. You are receiving the final dividend of 24/25 in 25/26. Everybody with me on this? Yes. On which date? 30th September 25. But the question here is about interim dividend. Earlier, guys, earlier law, before 22/23, the law said that interim dividend should be paid only between the 2 years. Between the year. Between the year means what? 1st April 24 to 31st March 25. So all these blue stars is the interim dividend. Just example, blue stars asterisk is the interim dividend paid during the year 24/25. But then they amended the law and they said that you can also pay interim dividend during this time. That is what? After 31st March 25. That is from 1st April 25 to 31st March 26. Right? Let us say all these points. You see? 1, 2, 3, 4. I repeat, 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4, do you agree, is the interim dividend paid in the year 25-26? Do you agree? These 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, is it the interim dividend paid in the year 25-26? Yes. But my question to you is, that is the interim dividend for the year 25-26 or is it for 24-25? Earlier rule was very simple. In between 1st April to 31st March, whatever interim dividend is paid, it is for that year only. So if I take that logic, interim dividend, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 paid from 1st April 25 to 31st March 26 should ideally be for 25-26. But now means after 22-23, they have changed the law. What have they told? These 2 interim dividends which happened after the AGM will 100% be only for 25-26. That you cannot touch. But these 2, what is this interim dividend? After the financial year is ending but before the AGM. After the financial year is ending but before the AGM. These 2 could be for 24-25 also, could be for 25-26 also, we don't know. Who should specify that? Board of Directors. So interim dividend can be paid during the financial year plus from the beginning of the next financial year till the AGM date of previous financial year. Because 39-25 is the AGM of which year? 24-25. But which is the new year? 25-26. So in between period, that is from April till November, all these interim dividend that you pay could be for 24-25 also or could be for 25-26 also. So in accordingly, the interim dividend between 1/4/25 to 39-25 could either be for financial year 24-25 or for 25-26. Who should specify? Board of Directors to specify. But on the other hand, anything after what? After 39-25 is only for which year? 25-26. It's only for what? 25-26. Did you get this? Yes or no? This is the chart for interim dividend. Kindly copy. Yes, dividend between 1st April 2025 to 30th September 2025 could be financial year 24-25 interim dividend or 25-26 interim dividend. Board of Directors should tell it. They should give in that letter saying that no, this belongs to 24-25, this belongs to 25-26, like that they should give. Any interim dividend after 30th September 2025 is only applicable for financial year 25-26. So these 2 items only applicable for financial year 25-26. The next question now is, we have already seen final dividend 24-25, this one will be paid from what all? Will be paid from profits of this year, yes or no? Profits of which year? 24-25. Current year profits or old profits, P&L credit balance I can pay, or I can pay if any central government has paid something, from that I can pay, or I can pay from old year's reserves. That we know. Final dividend is absolutely clear. What about interim dividend? Interim dividend is paid on which, let's say I am paying this interim dividend, no, I am paying somewhere here, no. This interim dividend of 24-25 can be paid from profits of which year is the question. Can I pay from profits from 1/4/24 to 31st March 25? That obviously you can pay. But can I also use this profit, guys? 1/4/25 onwards, that profit also can I use? Did you understand my question? Can I use that profits also? I have to pay from some balance, no? Which balance will I use? Will I use profit from 1/4/24 to 31st March 25? Obviously, yes. Can I also use the profit from 1st April 25 till here is the question. So that only, to explain that only, we did this chart. See here, chart 57, page number. Board may declare interim dividend when? During any financial year. Okay. Next, any period from closure of financial year till AGM. That we know now. During any financial year, 1/4/24 to 31st March 25. Plus, any period from closure of financial year, 1st April 25 to 30th September 25. This is clear. Next, out of what? Surplus in P&L account. Means P&L account credit balance. Profit of financial year. Which financial year? 24/25. That we know. My question to you was what? Can I use the profit from 1st April also? Third one you see. Profits till the quarter preceding the date of declaration. Profits till the quarter preceding the date of declaration. So this year, no, this one, this 1/4/25 to 31st March 26, every year is divided into how many quarters? 4 quarters. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. What would be quarter 1? April, May, June. April, May, June. Quarter 2 is July, August, September. Quarter 3, October, November, December. Quarter 4, Jan, Feb, March. We know. They are saying, now between 1/4/25 to 31st March 26, September is the AGM. So can I say this quarter 3 and quarter 4, obviously interim dividend for 24/25 cannot be paid. Yes or no? Yes, because it will only till the date of the AGM. Now in between this, quarter 1 and quarter 2, for quarter 2 in July, August, September, tell me one random date. Tell me one date. August? 15th August. Let me take 15th August, you can't declare interim dividend as national holiday. 16th August will take. 16th August, they have declared interim dividend for financial year 24/25. Is it possible? Yes. My question to you is, what all you can use to pay this amount? First, you can use P&L credit balance, which is some brought forward profit. Second, can I use profits of 24/25? Yes. Can I also use profits of 25/26? You see there, profits till quarter preceding the date of declaration. Tell me, you're telling August. August will come in which quarter? Second quarter. Which is the quarter preceding this? April, May, June. So can I use the profits of April, May, June also? Yes. I hope you understood. Can I use the profits of April, May, June also? Yes. Because it says quarter preceding the date of declaration. Date of declaration August, but what is the previous quarter? You can't take from July, it is from April, May, June only, Q1. So can you use profit of Q1? Yes, you can. Simple. So you can also use the profit of Q1, guys. Profit of quarter 1 can be used. Right? Yes. Now my question is, in April, May and June, no, there was a loss possible. There was a loss. Can I still pay interim dividend? What all I can use this for? Again, I am repeating, interim dividend can be paid out of P&L credit balance or the profit for 24/25 and profit of 25/26 also, but till Q1. Till Q1. My question to you is, Q1 if it was a loss, can I still pay interim dividend? See, next point now. Here you see, interim dividend in case of loss. Interim dividend in case of loss. If company has incurred loss during the current financial year up to the end of the quarter immediately preceding the date of declaration of interim dividend, means what? April, May, June, if it's a loss. Did you agree? Same only, no? Current financial year in which financial year? 25-26. And then up to the end of the quarter, which quarter? Immediately preceding this date. Which is the quarter? April, May, June. So if there is a loss, what to do? Such interim dividend shall not be declared at a rate higher than the average dividend rate of immediately 3 previous financial years. That same rule, remember rule, transfer of dividend from reserve rules. In that first rule will come. Last 3 years dividend rate, higher than that you cannot pay. Why? Because I am using old money. I am using P&L credit balance. I am using profit of 24-25. Interim dividend is always declared if things are awesome in that quarter generally. But last quarter it was bad. Right? So here in this batch, let's say somebody scores some 70 plus in law or tax or whatever. So then performance is good, so I'll give a gift. That is interim dividend. You will fail and come, I'll give you a gift. I'm just telling, it's an example. Generally, if you fail, will you get a gift? Generally, I'm saying normal common sense. No. Same here also. When there is a loss, how can you gift? It's like interim dividend is simply gifting in the middle of the year, randomly. When you don't have money, can you go for a luxurious trip? No. When you have excess money, then you will think of going somewhere. Correct? No? Same logic. When there is money, you will pay interim dividend. When there is no money, why will you pay? But still you want to pay. You have failed. I am gifting you because you had high fever during exam, still you wrote and failed. I am appreciating for your sincerity, I am giving you a gift. Isn't it a superb thing? Yes. Same here also. There is a loss, but company still wants to give interim dividend for some reason. But I should follow one rule. Which rule? Last 3 years dividend rate I should not exceed. Got it? Logical? Yes. Did you understand this, guys, everyone? Yes or no? That's all. Everything is very easy, guys. Law is chiller, DT is chiller, everything is chiller. Slowly you study. Do not take any tension. Coolly you study, then only it will be possible. That's why don't take any pressure. First group you want to write. Pressure only kills. My friend died because of pressure only. He had a 3 crore package. He was the director of one of the most amazing consulting firms in the world. He was always talking to Americans, American people, etc. Here he had sole authority to everything. Correct? Full tension, pressure, kidney failed. What? 35 years, guys. Can you see? Sister gave kidney. And that operation happened last week. Yesterday, gone. Right? So, because that complication developed after the thing, so her sister now has only one kidney. With all her heart, she gave kidney to this guy, gone. So then later he was, now when we are seeing old text and all, we are seeing how stressed he was and all those things. Stress. 3 crore package. How much is 3 crore? 3 crore divided by 12, how much per month? How much? 25 lakhs per month. What is the point? He is ashes today. Right? So that's what I'm saying. Don't take tension. You want to write one group, write. Sir, I don't want to write and all, don't tell. Right? Sir, full tension for me. I'll not write. Then they are not facing the real thing. You will never pass then. Either write both groups or write one group. But you will 100%, if you really work hard, no, you will pass. Right? So I don't understand this point of time is not there, this is not there, nothing. There is ample time. And you have been sincerely attending classes also. In classes only half the battle is won. 70% coverage done in class, then only revision. Right? That's what I am saying. So ultimately you should do that. So what is the point, guys? Now one more chartered accountant down in the entire number of people. And such a young CA, 35 years. We are all together only. Right? He is a very jovial guy, very caring guy. What's the point? Correct. So it was very sad to see. More than anything, generally I am not too emotional and all that, but when I saw their parents are cremating the son. How will you feel, guys? Horrible. So her mom is telling, see, all your friends have come. Look, he's telling. I was feeling so sad. Very, very sad. So what to do? So suddenly he just messaged on the group and all 3-4 days ago only. Somebody's birthday was there. In that he had messaged, wish you a great year of awesome health. That was his message. Right, in 2 days, gone. So anything can happen. But the thing is, ultimately, so many years of pressure, tension. And that guy was like a crazy workaholic. Even during articleship days. If you give him one thing, he will do 20 things. Like that kind of a guy he was. Crazy workaholic. Take pressure. Eventually it will impact in some other way, no? It will impact your body. He was not a drunkard and all that. That's why not kidney didn't fail because of that. It is not a drunkard. It's not a liver failure, kidney failure didn't happen because of drinking. He was not. I'm just saying. But anything, it impacts the body in some way or the other, right? So that's why it also boils down to always get that medical test done every year. I keep telling you. Please get it done. You won't know what is there in the body. Suddenly someday something will happen. Right? You should be aware. Even after everything, if you die, then you are destined to die. Nothing can be done. We have to go someday, we will go. All of us will go, no? Yes. But then to seeing their parents, it was very, very sad. What to do? Anyway, coming back. So ultimately, guys, do not take tension is the bottom line. So whatever you do it with all your heart, you will pass. Don't take tension. After all, it's an exam. If you fail, what will happen? 6 months, 3 months, not even 6 months now. 3 months later, you'll write one more exam. Nobody will ask you how many attempts you have taken. Nobody will ask you. Nobody cares. Are you a CA? Are you not a CA? That's all they ask. Nobody asks how many attempts you took. Nothing. So don't go behind number of attempts and all those things. Sir, thank you for telling. I will write 10 times. Don't think like that. Correct? Whatever you do, give it with all your heart. First group you are writing, give it with all your heart. No problem. Second group you are writing, give it all. Both the groups, yes, give. No problem. If you are sincere, you will definitely pass. Yes, moving on. Next, this is done. So, at a rate higher than the average dividend rate, immediately 3 previous financial years you should take. You should not give more than that. Understood this point? Yes. Next, guys. Amount of dividend, including interim dividend, shall be deposited in a separate bank account. 1 second. Okay, see here, that is amount of dividend including interim dividend shall be deposited in a separate bank account within dash days. MCQ question. Within how many days? 5 days. Separate bank account you should transfer. Am I telling you should give it to the shareholders within 5 days? No. Should transfer to a separate bank account. There will be a separate dividend account. You'll open a bank account, all dividends are transferred there. How many days? Within 5 days. 5 days from date of declaration. When is declaration date? AGM date. For final dividend, AGM date. Interim dividend, board meeting date. So within 5 days, immediately you should transfer to separate bank account. From there, it will keep going to all shareholders. Means it will be routed through NSDL, yes or no? In public company, NSDL, it will be sent to NSDL. NSDL will send to the respective bank. Bank will credit to your demat account. That's how it goes. Then you see, okay, this is within 5 days you will transfer. Within how many days you will pay? That is also very important. Within 30 days, you will pay the dividend. Guys, is it 5 plus 30 or 5 is included in 30? After declaration, 5 days I will transfer. From there 30 days or 5 starts from today only? Yes, it starts from today. Which means 5 plus 25 I can take. Within 5 days transfer to separate bank account. Within 25 days transfer to shareholders. Right? Within 30 days, if you don't transfer, then problem. So what is the entire sequence? What is the sequence here? Declaration 30th September, AGM, declaration. Within 5 days, separate bank account. Separate bank account within 5 days. Then within 30 days, within 30 days. What will you do within 30 days? Pay to all shareholders. So the 30 is included in, 5 is included in 30. Now, 30 days over, you paid or not? Let's say you not paid. What will happen? Next one you see. Company shall within 7 days after the expiry of 30 days from the date of declaration transfer the amount to unpaid or unclaimed dividend account. 7 days, one more account will be there. Unpaid account or unclaimed. You paid but it bounced back. That account only is closed. That account only is closed. You are not able to pay. Or you did not pay on your own. So you should immediately transfer to an account called unpaid or unclaimed dividend account. And this will remain in this account for how many years? Any person can claim this account for 7 years, guys. Deadly. This account will be maintained for 7 years. After 7 years, Nirmala aunty will tell, this is mine. Yes, after 7 years, it is transferred to, after 7, Investor Education Protection Fund. Till 7 years, can you claim? Yes. Like it is belonging to some fellow, that fellow died. Son and daughter can claim within 7 years. After 7 years, it will be transferred to an account called Investor Education Protection Fund. The moment it is transferred to them, company's responsibility ends. This is called as effectual discharge. Nobody can come and sue the company later. Right? Nobody can sue the company later. Effectual discharge means what? Contract ends. Right? So copy down this chart quickly. After 7 years, IEPF, Investor Education Protection Fund. Quickly copy, quickly. Yeah. So will be transferred to which account? IEPF, Investor Education Protection Fund. Now, that Investor Education Protection Fund, all that it's there. Yes. After expiry, it will be transferred there. Now, where a dividend, this is MCQ question important, section 127, they'll ask you percentages, how much interest is payable and all that. When dividend declared by a company is not paid within 30 days, then what will happen, guys? It's a default. Interest they'll ask you, 18% per annum. So here if you fail, no, this 30 days if you fail, 18%. Failure, 18% per annum. I'll be happy if they don't pay. 18% who will give now? Return 18% is crazy. Better if they don't pay only. You only keep. 18% per annum interest. %, per annum. On the dividend amount which is not paid. If I have to receive 1 lakh, you have not paid 1 lakh, I will get 18% on 1 lakh from the expiry of 30 days, which means from the 31st day onwards, I will get 18%. And if you don't transfer to unpaid dividend account, Here, you have to transfer to unpaid dividend account, right? This 30 days we have discussed. 18%, fine. You do not transfer to the unpaid dividend account. If you don't do that, then 12%. First of all, if you don't pay, only 18%. Then if you don't transfer to unpaid dividend account, 12%. Means assume if you have not done both, 12 also will come, 18 also will come, deadly. But this 18% is important. Sir, where is 12%, sir? Here you see. Because this section is about unpaid dividend account. Default in creating unpaid dividend account, 12%. Failure to pay after 30 days, 18%. Both are different, shouldn't get confused. Then one more dialogue, this one, MCQ question. The moment you transfer to unpaid dividend account, you need to mention all the details in the website. These are the people who have not come and claimed. Kindly come and claim. That should happen within 90 days from the transfer of amount to unpaid dividend account. Students will study 90 days and go. They will ask that question. Should be done within 90 days of dash. AGM, transfer to separate bank account, transfer to unpaid dividend account, like that they'll ask you. 90 days from which day? Transfer to unpaid dividend account. 90 days everybody will remember. Which day we don't know. 90 days from unpaid dividend account. So guys, at the time of AGM, I am the shareholder. And one day before AGM, I have transferred the shares to you. Who will get the dividend? One day before AGM, I am only the shareholder. On the day of AGM, I already transfer it to you. Who is the holder of dividend? Who will get? It depends on how I have sold the share. There are two types. One is called ex-dividend. One more is called cum dividend. Cum dividend means including dividend. Ex-dividend means without dividend. So if I have sold the shares to you, cum dividend, who will get the dividend? You. That's why you have paid extra for that actually. So that depends on all these things. But if there's any problem between me and you, can I tell the company, please hold it until we decide and then you can transfer? Yes. That is the meaning of kept in abeyance. Abeyance means pause. That statue game used to play, no? That is abeyance. Statue. I'll tell the company, wait, don't transfer, let's figure it out. I have already transferred, but that fellow has not registered the transfer. So until the transfer is registered, it will be kept in abeyance. And if there is any right share issue, bonus share issue, for all these things, it will be kept in abeyance. So when there is a dispute only with respect to one, let's say we are fighting, whether it is ex-dividend, cum dividend, we are actually literally fighting. It's in the court of law because the dividend amount is huge. Company has not transferred it anywhere. Are they right or wrong? Company knows that you guys are fighting. Dividend amount is 5 crore. Company knows that you guys are fighting. They have not transferred to any account, etc. Are they right or wrong? They are 100% right. These are the 5 exceptions where you need there is no default. 2 to 3 marks they have asked. These are the 4-5 exceptions where there is no default. In that one of the you see where there is a dispute regarding the right to receive dividend. Where there is a dispute regarding right to receive dividend. They know that me and you are fighting. They have not transferred to account because I know it's not that it's unpaid, it's not unclaimed, it's right there. You have not, taken it because you are fighting. Who should I transfer to? I don't know. It's in the court. Hence, it is not an offense. I have to pay you 5 crore. You have to give me 10 crore. Can I adjust it? Shareholder has taken a loan. You are a director, you have taken a loan. But now as a shareholder, I have to pay you 5 crore. And you have to anyway pay me 6 crore. Can I adjust it? Yes. Dividend is adjusted against the sum due to the company. But guys, for this, no permission to be taken from that fellow. You can't just do it on your own. You should take a permission. Permission means you should inform, basically. Inform. Without that information, you can't just do it. And the non-payment of dividend is not due to any default of the company. When dividend could not be paid by reason of operation of law. Dividend holder has died, will there is a problem, we don't know who the money goes to, or it has to be transferred outside India. Problem is there is a issue with the RBI regulations. RBI has told that no, this thing should not go beyond this amount. Then I cannot help it. Can you say default? No, I am ready to pay. But you are only telling, RBI is telling beyond this amount don't do that. They impose restrictions on Paytm, if you remember. Paytm said you cannot do any banking transactions in Paytm, you cannot transfer the money outside India. Like that, if there are restrictions, then I cannot help it. Yes. And the shareholder has given some directions regarding payment, and those directions cannot be met with. And I've already, if I cannot do something, I should communicate with the shareholder. If that is done, no problem. There is no offense. This completes the easiest chapter, chapter number 8. That's all.